Merry meet and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 4th of February 2024. We're streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Suzanne. Are the lovely Suzanne and the lovely Sarah. And moderating on Twitch is the lovely Miranda. Thank you so much, moderators. And thank you to everybody for joining us today for this general reading. I'm reading today with Le Tarot Noir. I just love this deck. It's probably one of my very favorites. And let's purify with another favorite, Provençal's Vervain. It's a wonderful commercial van. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. You can find links to purchase these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Like I said, this is a 2-week, no it's not, it's a 1-day reading. It's a daily reading for all signs. Get your program together, Ariel. Today's the general reading for all signs. It goes out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. Oh, by the way, if you're watching on a restream and you don't want to watch me do all this shuffling, you can use the timestamps right in the video description to fast forward right to the reading. But if this doesn't feel like it's your reading, don't force it. You can check out the zodiacal readings for your individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign instead. And all of those restreams are available right on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in that main menu. I don't read with card reversals, so you'll see me flipping cards right side up if they come out reversed. It's just how I like to read. It works great for me. Nothing wrong with it, but there's also nothing wrong with reading reversals either. It's just a matter of preference. Actually, you know, for me, it's also because a lot of these old decks, you can't reverse them. And also if you're reading with like regular playing cards, you can't reverse them. So I just got in the habit of not reading with the reversals. Anyway, it's not that interesting, but I thought you'd like to know. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. And you can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us there. You know that if you have an Amazon Prime membership, I think it comes with a free Twitch subscription. So if you're feeling like you want to subscribe to us, you could probably do it for free if you don't already have that subscription being used by another thing. All right, enough of this chit chat and shuffle. Let's just get going with this reading. We've got lots to cover with these big giant cards. We're starting out with an 8 of Wands, followed by a 4 of Wands, followed by a 5 of Coins. So today's very kind of wandy. You know, some of you are worried about money. You're worried about money in the future. It's saying that right now you don't need to be living in the future. You need to be living in the moment, and that there's little things that you can do. There's little projects maybe or tasks that you've been procrastinating, that you've been leaving unfinished, and that's a much better use of your energy to do that, to tie up loose ends and to get things completed. Much better use of your energy than worrying about what might happen financially, because you can't, you know, for one thing, if you're worried about something, it tends to change the course of where you're headed. We tend to start heading in the direction of what we're thinking. And if you're worrying a lot, you're more prone to go toward the things that you're worried about. Whereas if you're focusing on things that are that you can actually handle, things that you can actually take care of, it's a much more healthy use of your creative mind than worrying about what might happen. It's saying also that part of the reason why some of you are worried about the future is because things have been coming to an end. Things have been changing. Things have been moving rather quickly for some of you. And that is scary because all change is scary to us. But it's important to bless that change. If you can all change, no matter what it is, if you can bless it, then you're putting it in alignment with infinite intelligence, and then that change is being used in service of your good, in service of your becoming. Whereas if you react with fear to that change, then it's taking that change and it's aligning it with the things that you're afraid of. So bless the change that's happening in your life. Anytime something changes, anytime something ends, bless it. Even if it looks scary, just this is now blessed, and it's here to serve me. It's here to serve infinite intelligence, right? And then you get busy getting stuff finished. There's a lot that's left unfinished in your life that you could be working on. If you took all that energy that you're using worrying about what might happen, and you focus it on what you can do today, you're going to get so much done. It's going to obliterate those fears. And by the time you get to that time in the future that you're so afraid of, you're going to look back and say, "What was I so afraid of? There was nothing." So let's see. We've got a King of Cups. We've got an Eight of Cups, so it's a Mercury day. And we've got a Six of Cups. Very nice, very cuppy. This top panel is very cuppy. And that's your inner world. If you can, it's very clear. If you can get your inner world together, your outer world just takes care of itself. So if you're worried about things in your future, in the physical world, and some of you it's money, worrying about your future is not going to fix it. What's going to fix it is getting into that spiritual mastery. And that's really who you are. This spiritual master here, this King of Cups, that's you. And the King of Cups, when things change, knows how to bless that change, knows that it's all for the best, knows that all is well. So don't allow yourself to move out of that mastery that you've been working so hard for. Most of you, many of you, this King of Cups experience that you have wasn't something that you stumbled upon. You've been working on yourself for a long time so that you can have that deep faith. You can have that deep understanding about how things work, And this Eight of Cups here is all about that inner communication that you have as a result of all the work that you've done. You're worried about money? Listen to inspiration then. It'll tell you what to do. It's not going to say, "Oh, you should worry more." It's never going to say that. It's going to say, "Get busy." You've got lots that you can do. Don't worry about the future. We've got it. You can even tell yourself, "I place my future in the hands of infinite intelligence, and all is well." And you place your future under its care and under its guidance, and then you stop worrying about it and you get busy. This solar light is so clearly the answer to your fears. The only thing that you could possibly be afraid of is that something is not going to align with the divine design in your life. Because if everything is aligning to the divine design of your life, then you know you're going to be happy, you know you're going to be cared for, you know all will be well. There's nothing about the divine design of your life that includes torture and poverty and upset and fear and hunger and destitution or whatever those things that you're afraid of. That's never been, it never will be part of the divine design. The divine design of your life is that which brings you joy and happiness, because that is the infinite's will for you. So anything that doesn't look like that is not part of the divine design. Therefore, if you work with something like the solar light, which is a process that I teach, to align yourself with that divine design, then you realize that you have nothing to fear, that those fears are unfounded. So the one meditation that is indicated in this reading is the solar light meditation. And so if you feel like doing that, I have two versions of it. One that's really short and one that's pretty short. It does not take a big time commitment to learn how to do this. In fact, once or twice with one or two of those recordings, and you'll probably already get how to do it all by yourself. And you can do it wherever, whenever. You can do it on a bus. You can do it sitting waiting for your coffee. You can do it in the restroom. Wherever you want to be, whatever you're doing, you can take 30 seconds to a minute out somewhere, get a little privacy, and close your eyes and do that process and align yourself with that divine design, and then all those fears just get flung away. One thing I want to remind everybody of is there's not one trump card in this reading. So that means that nothing is that big of a deal that you might be worried about. Nothing requires this major divine intervention. All that is required is that you remember who you are as a spiritual master. who you are and what you've worked on. You've done all this work. You've come all this way. You've got everything it takes. So just aligning yourself with that divine design is all that it takes for you to not be afraid of the future and instead get very clear on this present moment where you have so much power to make such change in doing such small little tasks. So, for instance, let's look at this just asking that inner guidance within you. What are some of the unfinished tasks that I need to work on today? And just listen and make a list of them and see how many you can get done today. Just see how many you can get done today. Don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as a magical operation. Bless it as that. As this task gets completed, so do all of my financial worries become taken care of. So do all of my financial worries get healed, right? So each task that you focus yourself on today and finishing things up, getting things up to date that you've been putting off, each task that you complete is a magical operation that completely nullifies whatever you're afraid of in the future. So between that, listening to that inner guidance, and also aligning yourself with the divine design, you are poised to not only overcome these fears about the future, but to prove to yourself that they were completely unfounded. Okay, so let's look at these Mercury cards. We've got two of them. We've got Mercury in Wands and Mercury in Cups. So 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. So Mercury is a very complex planet in that it covers so many things. Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So if you don't know what to do, where to go, Mercury is always going to help to connect you to what you need to do and where you need to go. Now, Mercury in the Wands, which is you finishing tasks in this particular reading, is very quick moving. And so recently things have already ended. Things have started to come to a close. Things are finishing up. Things are moving rather rapidly in certain areas of your life, which makes it easy, if you're not careful, to just say, oh yeah, sweep things under the rug. Okay, I'll take care of that later. Oh, I've got so many things on my plate. I can't do that. And that's why it's saying listen to that inner guidance and make a list. Make a list of all of the things that are unfinished, that you really have been, putting off, sweeping under the rug, not wanting to look at, stuff that's, especially the really easy stuff, the finishing paperwork, whatever it is that you've got to do. Make a list and then go through that list and pick the easiest one first. Don't go for the hardest one. Pick the easiest one first. Take care of that one first. Then pick the next easiest one. And then the next easiest one. And the next easiest one. And see how many things you can check off that list today. If you can get through the whole list, that's great. If you don't get through the whole list, don't beat yourself up. It's fine. But you're going to notice that magical operation takes you into such a beautiful future. And you're going to look back and say, what was I so worried about? Everything's fine. Everything's wonderful. And you're going to do great. Do take a little time out throughout the day if you can, and if it's something that interests you, to work that solar light process. And if you can work with that solar light on top of everything else, boy, your future is in the bag in a good way. All is well. All right, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Sarah, Suzanne, and Miranda. And we'll see everybody on Tuesday because we're off tomorrow. Have a great Monday. Blessed be.